U.S. retailers saw 62 billion in online sales during the Cyber Week, which includes the long weekend and Black Friday as well. And that accounted for over 22% of online sales for the entire holiday season. Well, you might think 22%, that doesn't seem like a lot. Well, if I'm really, really hungry and you have a sandwich, you cut it up into 4 slices, right? If you take a quarter of my slice, I'm going to notice, like, I'm still going to be hungry. So you want to make sure that you really, really push your marketing sales and efforts towards this 22%. So just some quick statistics. The click-through rate, otherwise known as CTR, increases by 64% when your subject lines have Black Friday sale or Cyber Monday. So you want to make sure you keep that in mind when creating those subject lines. 76% of consumers plan to shop on Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I don't know about you, but I am one of those people as well. Black Friday and Cyber Monday will surpass 10 billion in e-commerce sales, according to an e-marketer that we're looking at, and 10 billion seems about right for me. 25% of American shoppers will shop online because they think they'll find better Black Friday deals. I'm included in this as well. So let's take a look at what we can do to stay ahead of the curve, right? That is the big question. You know that everything's building up to this moment. How do you really, really prepare for the holiday season? And the answer is to start now. So Black Friday and Cyber Monday are one of the most expected dates of the year for all brands and marketers. As the date is coming closer, we really wanted to share with you some of the do's and don'ts for email marketing strategies and kind of guide you through the main and more important steps for preparing your email marketing as well as SMS marketing, because that's important as well. The first thing is to grow your list, right? This is the time to do your work now. Build your subscriber list with welcome pop-ups, use discounts and offer coupons, cart savers, which we'll actually talk about later on as well, and so much more. You want to convert your website visitors into your subscribers and get them ready for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You already have a base of customers, I'm assuming, as email subscribers, and that's great. You want to really nurture them, but you also want to make sure that people who are visiting your website, those are the potential purchase people. You want to make sure that you grab them in, you hook them in, and then you make them a loyal purchaser of your brand, and that grows really now. We tend to see accounts sending like 1 to 2 emails a month just to kind of touch base with your subscribers, and you don't want to start that out right at Black Friday. You want to make sure that you start that now. That way you can kind of send them emails to build that trust. They're wondering, why should I trust you? Why should I purchase from you? You want to make sure you answer those questions and have reasons why your users should purchase from you instead of your competitors. And you want to make sure that you give a good impression explaining who you are, your value, and introduce your product portfolio to your new subscribers as well. Your current subscribers know what products you offer, what discounts you may offer, but those new subscribers don't. So you want to make sure that you build that relationship as well. You want to make sure you generate revenue through automation. So cart recovery, you can set up very basic workflows. It doesn't have to be that complicated. If someone leaves something in the cart, they will get an email stating, hey, you left something in the cart. I know for me, I have clicked and purchased in these cart recovery emails as well. Sometimes if I need like a gift or a present and I'm not ready to purchase yet, maybe I'm looking to see if I can get a better deal elsewhere, or maybe I just forget and I get that email, I kind of as a reminder like, hey, you need to purchase this, and you want to make sure that you really push that purchase rate. The order confirmation is important as well. It's not so much as a marketing, more so just making sure that your users and people who have purchased feel comfortable, stating like all the details that they may need, anything that they have like purchased, any relevant details and dates. You want to make sure that it is very, very see-through and the client or the user kind of sees the step-by-step the process. And then you want to make sure post-purchase as well. So you want to make sure to prepare your post-purchase emails and build your brand with the people who have already purchased, right? So Black Friday is not all about discounts, even though it's really important. It's a really important asset. Obviously, everyone loves discounts and saving money. But if you only offer discounts, you might find yourself attracting what we kind of known as like promo pigs, which are people who are only looking for like the lowest price. You want to make sure that you kind of weed those people out, and you want to make sure the people who are actually interested in your brand, your company, your values, that they continue to build on that relationship with you and push to make more future purchases as well. This is kind of what we talked about earlier. Make the most out of your cart recovery emails. So holiday shoppers who have high intent, are more receptive to promotions, and are more likely to complete a purchase when there is a slight nudge. You really don't want to miss out on this. It's very, very simple to set up. And best of all, it's an automation, right? So you don't have to go in and individually see who did what. It is an automated system, so that way anyone who adds a item in their cart will get that email, and you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so let's talk about BayEngage's abandoned cart recovery, right? So we have 60 plus abandoned cart recovery email templates. You can customize it to your brand, and it's very like drag and drop in the sense of like context. You're just swapping out like text that your verbiage that you might use. We can recover up to 64% of your abandoned carts, right? So that is a lot. That is a lot. Do not miss out on that. We have set up advanced automation. You can base on clicks, cart value, order history. So you can segment a lot. It's not an overall thing. If you'd like it to be more basic, you can do that. If you'd like it to be more specific, you can add more details. Be contextual and nail the timing with cart recovery pop-ups. You want to make sure that the timing is correct. You don't want to send it out too soon where it's like they're still browsing or they're still not ready. You don't want to do it too late in case the user has already made a purchase elsewhere or has found a better brand. So you want to make sure that you really push that timing. Right now, like I said, is the time to do the work. So you can kind of mess around with it, see what time works best for you. If like 3 days or 2 days works best, you want to nail that time. That way you come to Black Friday and Cyber Monday, even if that user has not made a purchase yet, even if the item is still in the cart, they're still going to get that email. And that's amazing because you can offer different sales later down the road. If let's say an extended Cyber Day weekend, you can do another discount code or something like that. You just want to make sure that you do the work prior to make sure that your automations are timed correctly. And last but not least, just put some more thoughts into your email templates, right? Make your email stand out with some stock images. If you have images on your website that you love to use, you can do that as well. Make sure that your elements are theme-based. So you're not just, even though it's Halloween, you want to make sure that you are staying on brand. So something I recently have done as well is I have a salt soap company. It's more like relaxation, and we wanted to do something more Halloween, but obviously Halloween and relaxation doesn't go together. So you want to make sure that even though you're promoting Halloween, it has to stay on brand, or else it will not resonate with your users. So something that we did was Halloween, but that's just an example of something that you can use to your advantage. Usage of lots of large readable fonts. I'm one of those people, I will not sit there and scroll through an email. Some people do, but the attention span nowadays of people is not that much. You want to make sure you get your point across. If you're doing like a Black Friday sale, that has to be all the way at the top. People don't want to scroll all the way down to see what you're promoting in their main image. You want to make sure you put those stock images as well, so people kind of see the products that you're promoting instead of having to go all the way down to look for them. And last but not least, I use this every single week. I love the timer that BayEngage offers. It's a countdown timer, and you can kind of see how much time is left in a promotion. And I would say I would refrain from using it if you are running like a 3-day sale. I would not use it until the last day of the sale. So for example, like counting down to Black Friday or counting down to Cyber Monday, I would not use it on like a Saturday or a Sunday. So just keep that in mind as well. Here are some examples of some Black Friday content. This is another one of my favorites. Like I said, this kind of showcases the different products while keeping Black Friday at the center as well. Very colorful with this as well, but just make sure that the colors are on brand. People love buttons, so if you'd like to include a lot of buttons, this template is great for that as well. We have so many. Please take the time to look through them. You won't be disappointed. Now, once you have your campaign created, right, what's next? Sending it out. So we want to make sure that you optimize the sending out process. Make sure that your subject lines are attractive, clutter-free, and exciting. You want to make sure that you're putting Black Friday in there. You want to make sure that you're getting the point across. Something that I like to do as well is when you are sending out a campaign, take an extra 5 minutes, send yourself a test email, and check it on your mobile and your web as well. Sometimes the subject line looks really, really good, or a preview text on web, but when you open it on a mobile device, it gets cut off or it doesn't look as good. I myself, if I see something kind of trailing, I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm going to keep scrolling. So you want to make sure that everything kind of fits as well. Time your campaigns out. I always say that Tuesdays and Thursdays are the best days to send emails out. However, in the case of obviously a different holiday like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that's different. So you want to make sure that you send out the campaign at the best time for your users, if it's in the morning or in the afternoon. And this goes for email campaigns in general. This is the time, again, I'm going to say this a lot, it is a time to do the work. So if you're sending out email campaigns on a daily basis, you can kind of test, hey, do my users typically open have a higher open rate in the morning or in the afternoon? That way, whenever you have when you have to send out your campaigns for Black Friday or Cyber Monday, you can really hit your users best at the best time. Make sure to do some A/B testing as well. Do your users resonate more with like a fun, quippy, like, what is it? Not cheesy, but like a fun subject line, or are they more serious, like more informative? Test this out, see what your users respond to best, and kind of apply that towards Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals. It is fun. However, if your users just don't really respond to that, focus more on like numbers, like 30%, 25%. And then make sure you send follow-ups as well. However, do not spam your users. Just make sure that you're sending the appropriate amount of emails, obviously. And of course, some people may unsubscribe if you're kind of spamming them. So just kind of keep an eye on your unsubscribe rate as well. So subject line best practices, like I said, add a numerical value. I like to know what I'm getting. Is it 20% off? Is it 10% off? Just add that in there. Use some emojis, have fun, but this is only applicable to those whose emojis like resonate with users. Give context, make sure that you're stating what the sale is, what promotions are valid. Create a sense of urgency. So at this point, when you're sending out campaigns like a follow-up on like Black Friday or Cyber Monday, people kind of know like, okay, that's what you're promoting, but you want to make sure you're saying like last day or 24 hours or 12 hours left. Use like an hourglass emoji as well. Create that sense of urgency. So people are like, oh no, like I have to do this now, like they're right. Personalize your subject line. So this only goes for people when you're collecting like names, right? So if I get an email and it says like hi, like space, comma, because I did not provide my name, I feel a little, not like irked, but like I feel like a little let down, because I'm like, oh, like it was supposed to be personalized. This is the kind of an email they send to everybody. I'm not special. People want to feel special. So if you have the first name, go ahead and use them. If you don't, I would advise just taking it out completely and avoiding that as well. Don't use too many spammy words. This is kind of obvious, but just kind of make sure that you're using the appropriate subheadings and preview text when you're sending it out. Some subject line examples. Okay, like I said, these are a little bit long, so you want to make sure that when you're sending this out, it fits on one line. Just test it out for yourself, but I love TikTok, especially with the clock. 50% off is caps in the next one, and Black Friday is capped as well. Let's go. You want to make sure that your users, again, are more receptive. So these are kind of just examples of subject lines that really would resonate here. Finally, hot deals, hurry up. So you want to make sure you're using those keywords, okay? And last but not least, you're going to want to segment your audience to maximize sales. So this is kind of an extra step that you can take if you want to go that extra mile. For example, as you can kind of see here, you can segment based on if they have placed an order or not. And this is, I'm going to go into this in a little bit later, but for me, when I segment my users, if I'm sending out a follow-up, I like to personally exclude those who have placed an order. Some may disagree with me. Some may say just send it out. Just personally, I feel as if I had purchased something and I had gotten a coupon for maybe 25% off, I might feel bad. I'm like, oh gosh darn it, like I missed out on like saving money. Maybe I won't purchase from you again. I'm a very passive aggressive person, so that's just my thought process. But you can also do that as well. Total amount spent. So if you want to offer like different discounts, right, and create different coupon codes. So for example, if someone has spent like $200, $300 consistently, you may want to give them less of a discount because you know that they're already going to purchase for you. So you want to maximize your margins. However, if someone has only purchased like a little bit and they're very hesitant, you might want to offer them a bigger discount, like 25%, 30% off. So something to keep in mind, as well as purchase product. If you want to do a discount for a certain category and you want to target those people who have mainly purchased that product, feel free. I would not recommend. I think that especially for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you want to make sure you reach all the amount of users that you have. I don't think it would hurt. And then also, if the email opened, email clicked, if you want to make sure that if you're sending multiple follow-up emails, perhaps maybe segment those out that have already clicked. They have already looked through your email. They've gone to your website. You don't want to consistently spam them. So just something to keep in mind as well. This kind of goes over the segmentation possibilities on BayEngage. I kind of went through it. I recently had an account that we did a discount for those who were affected by Hurricane Ian. So we segmented by demographic. This obviously would not apply to Black Friday, but just an example of something that you can apply in addition to Black Friday and moving forwards as well. So SMS marketing strategies. Let's see here. All right, here we go. I think I was adding to the PowerPoint. I did that by accident, so we're going to go back to that in a little bit. But here are some tips. So don't SMS tips, right? So don't wait a day until Black Friday and Cyber Monday to start your SMS campaigns. I personally like to subscribe to them. I like to see what people are offering. However, if you're just starting this out, some people might be skeptical. Some people might think, oh, is this spam? You want to make sure that you have that relationship. You want to make sure that people have saved your number if possible. I'm encouraging and building that relationship. So that way, whenever you're starting to send out your Black Friday and Cyber Monday, people are more, what is the word for it? Open to purchasing, and that might include your click rate as well. Create conversations. So unlike e-commerce promotional messages, if you can make a real conversation instead of like sending out a link, you can ask your customers to respond and encourage that relationship basis. That's also a good way as well. And just create some flows as well. Cart recovery is a good one. You can automate your SMS to be triggered when your customers leave an item in the cart. I've had this done as well, and I have also clicked to see what I'm missing out. You can also offer like an extra discount as well. So let's say, if I hadn't purchased it, I would get a text that says like, hey, if you purchase now, you get 10% off. And that also pushes and drives sales as well. Get really, really fun with MMS, especially around the holidays. Just don't, an MMS, by the way, is like when you send out an SMS message with an image, right? And you want to make sure that your images are not too cluttered. Make sure to get to the point. Make sure you have Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or whatever promotion that you are promoting that's live in the center, big, bold. You can list some products as well. I would not put much text into an MMS. If people are already reading your SMS that's attached to it, people don't want to read the MMS as well, unless you're in an industry that is very text heavy. So just keep that in mind. And then here are some examples as well. You want to make sure your store name is there. First and foremost, your store name has to be there. I'm very insistent on this. At least for me, sometimes I don't save the SMS promotional number. And so when I get a text and if it doesn't say who it's from, I'm like, who is this? Why are you bothering me? What are you doing? So you want to make sure that your brand and your name is at the first and center. You want to make sure that it's not too long. Again, you can test this out as well. Oh, actually, I'm not sure you can for SMS. Well, I would just send myself like a text message and see how long it is. Make sure it's not too long. Say what your sales scene is here. Make sure to include the code. Okay, people are gonna, if you say like, oh, you can get a 10% off discount, and then you just include the link, they're gonna be like, how am I gonna get the discount? So you want to make sure that you have that reputation for providing like what you say you're going to provide. And then I actually added in some do nots as well, something that I was just thinking about. Again, I personally do not like to send emails to recent purchasers and I personally exclude recent buyers if they have already purchased from the sale. Don't spend too much time promoting deals that are already to existing customers. So those who are already like high frequency buyers most likely will find you anyways. Again, you want to make sure that you're reaching the amount of people that are going into your website. And then don't use all your discounts on Black Friday as well. So Black Friday and Cyber Monday are both lucrative. So if you're going to do discounts, make sure you do a little bit of a discount on Black Friday as well as Cyber Monday. Don't just leave Cyber Monday or just leave Black Friday in the dust. And last but not least, don't forget about your mobile experience as well. So this is not too much in the email marketing, but campaign-wise, well, at least, whenever someone opens up an email or goes to your website to purchase, most likely they're going to be on like a tablet or a phone or something like that. Not many people stare like or at a computer anymore. So you want to make sure that your website and your emails look acceptable and are mobile optimized to make it easier for people to click and browse as well. And then a last tip that I would say is don't forget to tell your list about your promotions in advance. You can do like a pre-Black Friday sale or like a sneak peek. I know my colleague Danielle has done like sneak peeks and previews as well. Give them a little tease and show what you're about to do. Okay, don't just be quiet until like Black Friday and then start bombarding your list. However, you want to make sure that you're not just providing lists or providing your list with coupons after coupons after coupons. I would personally avoid giving any big discounts or like any discounts at all really besides free shipping, at least like maybe 2 weeks before your big holiday rush. So that way that your products look more appetizing. If you're not consistently like providing a discount over and over and over again, it doesn't seem very special. You want to build this up, make sure it's like the biggest seasonal event of the year or something like that. Even if it's not, they're not gonna, I promise you, if you say that and then you say that again at Christmas, they're not gonna look up your email and be like, hey, like you said that for Black Friday, it's the same discount. They're not gonna do that. So just make sure that you are advertising and creating as much excitement as you can, because it is exciting. It is. I love Black Friday and I hope everyone is too. Does anyone have any questions for me? I know I went through a lot, so if you'd like me to repeat anything, go into any detail, let me know. No questions? If you are shy and you don't want to speak, I think you are also able to like put it in the chat if you'd rather do that. Let's see. No? Okay, well, give me one moment. Let me... Well, if we don't have any questions, thank you so much for attending. I know this deck and this live share will be provided to everyone who attended. And then we always have useful resources as well. So if you have any questions, you can always feel free to reach out to us on our website. We have the little like live agent there for you. And then we have a bunch of tutorials and help articles as well in case you have any more specific questions. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope everyone has a lovely Tuesday, okay? Awesome. Thank you guys.